Today we'll come to the part of 12 interdependent origination. Yeah, this is the map that I quote from Master Yin Shun. So this map evidence is shown in the Agama. So the Sanyutta Agama that you can see the teaching that showing in the 12 link. They have many different aspects. Sometimes they talk about 3 link. Sometimes they talk about 5 link. Sometimes they talk about 10 link. Sometimes they talk about 12 link. So in the complete set that we call 12 link, 12 dependent origination, from ignorance come to death. So here is something that we are. So I put some time this morning into how I'm going to express this teaching. Here is something that we lost one when Kung Yuan tapped it. He forgot one word from craving. Start from craving. Once we see here the filing, we know that in the cycles of pursuing objects, means the body and mind exteriorly expand his desire, his viewpoint, and all the ignorance. This 3 flow, the day we talk about the 3 life current. The 3 current is expand to exterior world. So here is, if we expand to exterior world, then we can see it. What is the exterior world mean? It means time and space. So the craving, when we from craving, grabbing, existence, birth and death, then we will cover it 3 times: past, present, and future of this rising and ceasing of the accumulate, or we call that the cause, become causation of bringing more and more accumulate into the mindset memory. So this memory will connect it from the time and space, included living beings, multi-identity of living beings. So it's a little bit, if we concern it, come back to the life itself. This is, we can talk about 1 period of life. His stuck or his suffering, dukkha, or his liberation. This we can talk about from here. The cycles of pursuing object, then we can talk about 1 lifetime. You see? So 1 lifetime, then we can experience a lot, isn't it? So you can see it from our world side. Not many people become Buddhist, even though they have 70 billion people, Buddhists name it themselves as a Buddhist, maybe 3 to 4 billion. You see? 3 to 4 in 70, it means only 0.5, isn't it? Only 5% of it. 5% of population. In this 5% of population, if the concern of their liberation, the concern about the freedom of the body and mind, it becomes less value. You see? Mostly the Buddhists, we call them common Buddhists. They spend their time and energy more in the rolling side, not in the practice side, isn't it? So practice time and energy, even though one retreat, they still cannot make it 1 year. You see? Even though we come to intensive retreat, we still make our mind sometimes connected to here, sometimes connected to. I said no reading, and then he still find a way, get loose, come to reading. You see how the mindfulness training difficulty. So 12 link is talk about psychology, very tight link together, have no leaking into desire, flow, current, no leaking into viewpoint, leaking not into the ignorant leaking. See, that need to tie up that, very difficult. So you can see that life is a lot because of in the spring antler, we need to break to 3 kinds of things. You see, this is very important. We call that 3 obstacles. Yeah. The obstacle of long living attachment, the obstacle of the body attachment, and the obstacle about doubt. Yeah. This is when we talk about pulling back into the body self. Like yesterday, what I say about I don't know how to go back. Never mind. Yesterday I talked about when the life itself, what we concern is about, this aging, and illness, concern about the death, how to make survivor, how to make assistance. That kind of value is very deep in the mind. All life we work only for this. You see, not much about other value because we don't know what is the purpose. Still have a more higher value. Until we listen to the Dhamma, we come to concern about a little bit deep into the mindset itself. What is inside that we stuck? Then we can have a little bit going. So in this one is a very important one is you see the existence of birth and the aging, death, illness. This is not in this body. Body is a very nature. His process is his nature. The important one is we not looking into what we call that, pay focus into the mind, let the mind not stuck there. Even though this nature is following, I don't know what is aging. Reality is right now and here the aging showing, then we know step by step. Never experienced before. It's aging. It's not what you can feel. It's only what you can see. But if you need to feel it more deep, it comes to the life itself, then you can feel it. You see? So psychologically, we need to pay more insight. We call that. The insight meditation means focus to insight. So here, if we want to say how we need to focus, we need to contact is body inside to the mind. You see other, you think you already feel the pain, feel the aging, no. Feel the illness, no. That feeling is just imagination. Not come to deep feeling about reality. Reality starts from the body itself to the mind. Yeah. Sometimes it's no aging in the life if the energy is strong. Yeah, your gene is good. Sometimes it's no illness. I see a lot of people come to the age of 100 and something, he have no ill at all. Life have individual liberated, not always in the same. But we know that they have here, they have physically here, we have this. But mentally, we need to break into that attachment. If you concern it too much, then it becomes attachment. I have a lot of my small bottle medicine in my room. I have alcohol too. I have this and that too, but it's not supply myself. Because of a physician, sometimes we use it in this and that purpose. But many people have a lot of things. If a drug, okay, but a lot of protein, vitamin, this and that. They try to worry about something, destruction. That is because very much. So worry and fear always rising because we attach to something. We cannot name if you don't meditate. You meditate into deep, then you know the mind. It's always get lost here, get lost there, get lost here, get lost there. Then you know that how tough is that mindset. So that will, from there on, we talk about this. This is a more little bit profound meaning. Mind is grabbed when contacting the external objects. That's why in Buddhism we talk very simple is five senses desire. When we learn and practice, learn means perceptually you try to purify yourself into more higher value, more pure, to drop off that kind of viewpoint, long viewpoint. And then in the daily life, it's just about five senses contact. We need to become more mindful. Don't try to too aggressive that to show the hunger, So when I go to Chengdu, and this time I go with Danny, and then we have good time there, isn't it, Danny? We don't have to worry about take food for ourselves and choosing food. No, you just become very mindful there, and once you step in, you just become mindful there, and people serve you. If you see the food come, you like it, then you go, okay, some more. If you don't like it, okay, no more. So in the old day, when I talk about this thing, in the old day, Chinese Buddhism, I see how advanced they are. Even though they don't go to pay for food, but once they come to practice, they decide to practice, then they distance themselves, the life, from other. So this is a holy life. So once you come to the Zen hall, you come to the Zen practice, even though the hunger for food, you don't have to worry. Supply you all the whole life. Serve food into your bowl whole life until you enlighten. You don't have to break your mind for. You just continue to focus into the practice. You see? That is called the Zen practice. They try to guide your mental link into perfection. Perfect into the trainings of samatha and vipassana. You see? I really hope that the life can follow back that pattern, because that is the good condition to support practice, And not many people choosing that too, even though right now. You see, a lot of people, once they stay there for a couple of years, if they are really don't go into interested and burning into the final goals, then they will get lost, and then they're gone. They travel. They won't stay. So if you can see many people stay in there for practice, that personality should be more firm into training. Yeah, this is what we see in the life itself. So when I want to say into this one, how we can context exterior objects when mind grabbing. What is this mean? This means into basic concentration and the observation energy you need to build up. The first thing we talk about. Yeah. For deliverance, this is the basic. So the second one is the basics that if you don't need to train concentration and observation, you already have what we call that someone born with wisdom. Yeah. Someone born with morality. Someone born with concentration. If you don't born with, you don't have this thing, then you need to practice very diligent because you don't have it. I mean, so you're born with something, is it real or not real? Real. You see the music, the small child, when they're born with the musician talent, and the professor come and show a little bit, then he is very easy to grab, and then he show better than the professor. You see, this is called born with that kind of talent. So in the past before that, you train morality like Confucianism, then he have that born with. You train in concentration, then you born with. So the basic that you born with the wisdom, the powers of wisdom maturing, then he can penetrate to other many things. Then in the daily life, it become more easy. Do we see all this easy? Yes. They have a lot of people go very easy. Yeah, if we see that Bill Gates, he give out everything, Facebook's boss, he give out everything, then you can see, this kind of generosity in someone's mind, he become easy. That is what we call that the perfection of generosity. Means that, he have something, but he don't care. But he care about other. He care about this thing need to be put into higher value to benefit other, not only for his selfishness. This is called very wise, the power of wisdom. If you don't have power of wisdom, even though you become a monk, you still become a sick monk. Only know your own beneficial, not willing to work and serve other. Yeah. So wisdom is break to the self-ego and self-privacy. Self-concern is breaking in that. So here is the mind that make the value mind stuck or mind free. Yeah. So in the basic talking about here is last what I want to say is the liberation's awakening. Yeah, how much we can awake to ourselves. This is something I master it. We every time we listen to the talk and we contemplate to the talk, and then sometimes we reading into the message, do we easy to suddenly penetrate to it? Oh, this I have, Oh, this I can use it properly. This is called merging to, or we merge, we try to engage with it. So this is called deliverance, the power of deliverance. So that need to be self-aware, self-awakened. So the Buddha himself said, I'm awakened. You see? This is need to be self-aware. No one can help you. You need to sensitively have very focus. The mindfulness is very pure. Suddenly you can grab it. If your mind is very chaos, too much thing going on to stuck it not fluently touching to that message. You cannot see it. Yeah, so in Buddhism we talk about and the Buddha said that, you come and see by yourself, isn't it? Hear it by yourself. What is that means? It means you value it. You try to understand it. Is it can be understood properly or totally? It depends on how sharp the mind, how steady the mind is. Yeah, so the training the mind is very important. Now we're going to more coming to here. Not training the mind only. How we can have direct experience. So support and reliance of the life. This is very psychology. When this body is not moving, when the contact is not contact exterior, it still have something going on. Is here we call that the form and mentality and consciousness. This three things is relying together to form existence, to form the energy current flow. So the life was stuck there, and then if it break into this life, and then the newer also they have something going on, form, name, so the conscious contact to then it appear. I remember, in the dying care, I want to say a little bit about dying care. So in dying care in Buddhism, we're very concerned if the one that who have no more choice in this life, so that if your partner, like we are the partner, then we concerned, need to help him support his life, come to the drop off, and then have a better grabbing into more higher life go on, or he may totally release, deliverance. Need to help him. So how to help him? We guide his mind. We guide his mindfulness. We try to, what kind of technique you training? Or if you're chanting the Amitabha, okay, no other else. Just make Amitabha as very simple thought in your mind. So everyone go to help. In the monastery, in the Chengdu, they are the Pure Land. All the retired unit there, when they come to the last moment, take the body down, sick body down to this, what we call the Nian Fo Tang, means the chanting hall. So in the chanting hall, no other else, just his very ill body, and then all the member, his partner, friend, all come take turn, 24 hours around him with the chanting, supporting him. Only hear, only see, only feel that energy, no other else. Make this thing very simple to guide his mind, let his mind become more stable, more sharp in order to wait for this sudden breakthrough. Yeah. This is how we call that dying care to help others. Yeah. And in the day that we go, last year we go, and then do you remember one lady? He is the practitioner that he have very firm, and he write down his point, and then he say, don't have to chanting for me. I have enough confidence. Yeah. So he don't need people to do any more chanting. You see, so I'm a little bit shocked how firm he have and confident, and then later on just showing what he is. He's dying by himself without any struggle and this, and then after dying, his whole body is still soft and smile. We say that if dying without good guidance, his body after 2 hours or more hours, the whole body become freezer. If dying in very good mind state, his whole body 24 hours, many days, he's still very soft, like just dying. The mind not causing any to the body shape. This is what I can see the difference. You say, somebody died, in the nature of die, this body after many hours, then it will become crushed. What we call that?
Stiff.
Huh? Stiff. Yeah, become stiff. And not soft. But I see a lot of practitioner, he's like, put it in there for long, it not decay easy, and it will not become stiff. It's still very soft, like just pass away. Yeah. So you can see the mind state inside. It totally have something to do. So I say about here, you see I put it, Kung Yan put the wrong arrow for me. I put this red arrow. Do you see that? This red arrow is talk about, this is from the 12 link, this is a gap. No matter it's from the Pali side or from the Agama side, they have all the same. This is a gap that break through. To drop off the reincarnation or the rebirth. If someone can stop the rebirth, it's a break into here. Yeah. See, if we call that break into here, how concentrate, how sharp and present at moment your mind can make. In order you still, checking, even though there is no information exists, you still can checking by the inside. If we want to say to ourselves when we sit there, you see, they still have a lot of things going on, but we didn't see, isn't it? If we see, we still sit there, then we see a lot of information come and go, isn't it? Rising and ceasing, isn't it? If something that when you sit there have no information, you still become aware, what it mean there? What it mean by that experience? It totally challenges us if we want to say about practice. See? I'm not brave to say I can facing to this. I still far distant to this kind of energy. When you sit there, nothing else, only energy. You see, that kind of, we call that awareness. The full awareness means the lifeful energy is very strong, not have anything disturb that. So that energy still can checking. Right. So this thing, when it exceeds, all things going down, form, mentality, and then consciousness is going down. It's not saying that they are not appear. It will suddenly appear. You see? If you not break it and experience directly, come to Nibbana, it still have something going on. So meditation for us come to this kind of experience to facing to this very challenge. For me, it's very challenge. Yeah. So in India, they have a lot of practice, and in the old day, they have a lot of practice. Means the practitioner, he can stay more longer time in the serenity, in the psychologically simple existence. It's just in there, but not like sleep. His body not wake up. His body just continue and remain there. See? So how far we can go is depend on here. One to say is this is the samatha and vipassana come into balance. We can break through. The second one I want to say is, if we want to take an example, the 7 factors of awakening, it become no different into a link, already mature link. Or if I want to say another example, if I trained 4 foundation of mindfulness, 4 foundation of mindfulness, all the skill into the mindset, it already mature. It start getting through his real experience. So that from that real experience, it produces a lot of energy into sudden enlightenment. Yeah, it come to almost in the boundaries of sudden breakthrough the enlightenment. So we call that gradually practice and come to sudden get through. So the sudden is waiting into this in here. So that they have a lot of different, have the similar thing, like Tibetan we call that Maha Mudra. Yeah. In the Nagarjuna, he called it as emptiness. The emptiness of practice, we come to that higher level. And then if we talk about the very basic teaching is the 4 Dhamma seals maturing. It almost come to touching. Yeah. Once you touching, we break through. Yeah. This is what I call that life rely on and life escape from, free your mind. I like to use the word called mind free. Yeah. Okay. Once you go to here, then this become no more exist. Yeah. From here, life 12 link means our life is come from. This is the life come from. You see, we come from ignorance. We come from long action, long activity, long dream, like that. Then the consciousness start to discriminate. I like this. I don't like that. I want to value myself this way. I want to value myself that way. But just not value the truth as the truth. You see? So this is the core. The life come from this basic, and then it link to here. The Buddha, sometimes he just talk about 3 links in the past connected to the future. Sometimes he talk about 5 links. Sometimes he talk about 10 links. The most complete talk about toiling. Yeah, this is what I found it in the what the Buddha's teaching. Once we don't have ignorance, wrong action, and this consciousness, what it means by that? It means that by that you got into the Nibbana. So Nibbana have two meaning. One is he got into this final goal. His life still have remain into the world. Means he's still aging or he's still very young and his health is still good. So, but his body and mind already turn it into the Dhamma. Yeah, this is called Nibbana in existing. One is Nibbana after existing. Means after he got into this message, but the life already bad shape, already come to no condition support in the material physical form, so that the life just come to, like the Buddha after the end of his day, come to Bani Nibbana. So after that you cannot limit this and that in existence. In the teaching we use a word say that the fire burning is because of the condition of firewood or the clothes or the glass. You know, they have something as a fuel to burn. If no more fuel to burn, you cannot ask the question, where is the fire go? Yeah. So here is only what we can say about mindset. We have a lot of different discriminate about the mindset. Someone who come to Nibbana, what is the mindset look like? You know, they have a lot of saying the mind and the body become Dhamma body, and the mind it become. They say that the mind have a very bright, you know, very sharp. It talk about the mind have a lot of joy and happy. They don't show with the stress and tight, very tight. They kind of nervous. They are always become very balanced and calm. That. So this is what they say. And then when facing to contact, they talk about the mind have no worry, no anxiety, and no regret. Yeah. And then they talk about the mind that have no doubt, yeah, and no delusion. Yeah. Doubt and delusion is somewhere we have a lot of things like that, you know. I concern about doubt. Yeah. Doubt means someone says something. He really want to mean something like that, but we when we listen to it, we don't have the same tongue. This is called doubt. You know. And when we see someone that in the day, you know, when I was 1986 years, when I'm in Taiwan, the first year we visit Taiwan, they bring me into this monk that help like that. I told you, yeah, the monk he bring me there. When I watched this monk and I bowed to him. He didn't say any word. He just said, Amitabha is everything. Besides this, don't come to me ask for knowledge. And I watched to him. He just his eye is very sharp. You know, it's like 6 batteries torch fire, what you call?
Flashlight.
A flashlight, very sharp. Watching like that, I watch him. Okay. I really know what he meant, into the training. Training is not knowledge. Training is experience. Yeah, experience need to reducing the complicated into very simple. This is called practice and training. And then if we want the knowledge, knowledge is from very simple come to very fine, very complete set cover. Everything will be included. Yeah, that is called knowledgeable knowing. So when I visit this monk, it just give me very clear in the mind in that time. What am I going to do in this life? Go to become professional in the scholar style, or come to a practitioner in a skillful style? In my mind, it appear. And then you see, I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I just okay. I don't go to scholar style. Have a lot of understanding, but your own self not test by your thumb. So that I take the incense and burn 6 of it in here to tell myself, no other else need to be start. You start from the 6 senses God. Don't let your mindfulness run into the 6 senses. In order you start into very simple mind state, or just we'll call that 1-point mind. Make your mind that with mindfulness to the object and not traveling around to grabbing. Okay? This is what I make myself. So that when I watch take bath and then I watch my hand, this is my life. From there on, I have not doubt any to the determination. Yeah, determination already here without doubt. So no doubt is no confuse. In the life, all walk of life, friend, neighbor, family, this and that, they just pull you into, push you into confuse. They have this and that going on. They just want to share with you. They just want to take you into happy. They just want to take you into trouble. You see, this is called illusion. Illusion. Yeah. Doubt and illusion always become brother and sister. Yeah. They come in a twin. Yeah. You can see it properly. Yeah. Lastly, want to say from the Bali Nibbana, it said that no forgetful and no get lost. His mind state, when he experienced that, what he already experienced never lost again. It always becomes there. That is called Nibbana. Means you get something and then you won't lose it again. Yeah. Like me, what I want to say is, sometimes I'm very happy and joyful. Sometimes people, and other conditions show into my mind. I suddenly get lost and I have more anxiety, I have more worry like that. So you can see, it's not come to the perfection yet. It will retreat the mindset, even though you guide your mindfulness very well, but sometimes when it's a big condition, contact to the mind, it shut into the mind get lost. It means you not come to the Nibbana, because once you Nibbana you experience, it never get there, never get lost. Yeah, totally there with the life. That is what I read the book, and then I have that message. And I write it this morning because I want to again and again to watch it and then contemplate on it in order I can upgrading myself on time in this very short life. You know, this presentation is not only talk for you listen, it's for myself recall into the memory. Okay, I hope you like it. Thank you.